Hello, Universus gamers. I am back yet again to talk about the Retro and Hero 2 rules update of January 30th, 2026. This is news that we knew was coming this week, and we've been refreshing, and a big scout to Sketch who has been asking for this pretty much every single day. So, community is going to be finding about the Retro and Hero 2 formats moving forward. With Worlds just a month away, it looks like we're going to be seeing some brand new info. And here, the biggest being with Retro. One of the biggest things from the year of Retro 2025 was Rochester Retro introducing new rules and ways to play to help new players to acclimate to Retro, as well as take into account things like attuned, as well as the way that the pace of play now happens. Adapting part of that, deck building and symbol rules will be adjusted to match standard. No off symbol chaining or off symbol deck building. It is all attuned and non-attuned. It's standard deck building rules, and there is no attacking turn one. My meme deck is down, and unfortunately, Mike Hardman's Spike deck also gets to eat a bag of dirt, and I'm happy about that. If you want to go read the reasons are all here, but generally, deck building and having the symbol match just means that you can play attuned cards in your retro deck, because before that, the retro deck building rules meant that you couldn't play attuned, so if you did, you had to essentially have a card pool that matched only your attuned cards. It was very technical. They're not touching character stacking at the moment. This is good for characters like Izuku Midoriya, All Might, especially All Might and other characters, but it may be something that gets touched on in the future, especially as more and more cards no longer need that stack aspect. But it would be unfun to take away Kurama, Ectoplasm, and an entire 7th Cross Retro box, which is designed around character stacking. So I'm glad to see character stacking still gets to stick around, and it is now part of the rules. The retro keywords and character stacking have now been added to the rules, making my quiz from last year completely null and void. But hey, I'll take it if retro gets put into the rules. On top of that, the ban list has been fully updated as part of the February update. So if you're playing retro this weekend, this is your last chance to play Devil Jin. Now there are many free ways to play some of these. There is many free ways to play a Colossal Thermal Blast, so it makes sense that that thing got banned. Devil Jin's banned. Equipment Heist is banned. That makes a lot of sense. Goro goes back into the hole where he came from, along with Shiva. They were only recently unbanned a couple years ago, and now back in that hole. Jeffrey won. Resurrect Evil. Risky Encounter got banned in Retro. Ooh, I didn't think that was a big of a threat. That's really cool. So yeah, Shiva, Goro, Risky Encounter, Colossal Thermal Blast. This makes sense. If you can play this out early using Mina 1, Nefertilia, you get to just control the pace of the game. The ban on Resurrected Evil, Suspicious Mr. X, and Jeffrey is really cool, and it's something I had to kind of have a double take of. Each of these cards is about committing a card in your opponent's stage with a difficulty of X, and this shows great forethought from UVS and from the design team and OP team, because characters no longer have a difficulty. If you have a character in your stage, and we've seen from cards like Megalomania, the new Kaiju action, Scanlan's Hand, when you put commit or seal your opponent's character, when you turn off what your opponent wants to do for a turn, it's a powerful card. And we have two foundations that you can run 4 of that can just commit your opponent's character down, and a character that on face as their first form turns off your opponent's defense on face. These are very powerful. They take away play agency, and it's a great proactive move from UVS to go. These are cards that we have had on our watch list. We identify these as problems, and because of how the new standard rules work, because of the new state of the game, these are cards that present problems that even you might not be aware of. I think that's really cool, and it's a great proactive move. Equipment Heist and Devil Jin. Yeah. Equipment Heist, the amount of assets as access to Retro makes sense. And Devil Jin should have been banned in Retro. The options, the way it utilizes the card pool is just too good. Now let's get through to the big one. So now let's talk about Hero 2, the new fun format for Worlds. We're excited to see it in the hands of our players. Many players have jumped into the game since the release of MHA 1, and this is a great way for players to use the MHA 1 cards onwards and utilize all the cards in their collection. Hero 2 is an expanded card format from MHA Set 1 all the way up to the most recent releases. The rules are identical to Standard, and all cards of the Standard ban list plus some additional format-specific bans as the format grows. We may break away from the Standard ban list, and it may have its own standalone ban list, but for now we think it's better to have a Standard ban list plus. So in addition to the current Standard ban list, these cards are banned from Hero 2. We have Coordinate Effort, Stronger in Darkness, Unwavering Slash, Froglash, Amphibious, Capture Evildoers, Crow Frog Takedown, Back Alley Haymaker, One with Nature, Snack Time, Momo Yayuozu 1, Twisting Gazelle Inferno. They did it. They nerfed my boy in every single format. Every single format. That card is now banned. And Colossal Thermal Blast.
Three. I mean, we have to, right?
Yes.
Yeah, discard this. Let's play this.
Okay.
Let's go.
The game may be over, but
That's fine.
okay.
Plus speed for me now.
Oh, pass.
Send it 8 high for 8 for 7.
10.
Oh! Knockdown blow on a 7. Hey!
Okay.
We're popping up, chat.
God damn it. I'm glad I got my Mina 1 videos out now because it would have made no sense after that. We can also anticipate what decks will define competitive play in that format. So, yeah, it makes sense. These are cards. I'm surprised Jiro didn't make it up on there. But Capture Evildoers, Crow Frog Takedown, Back Alley Haymaker make perfect sense. One with Nature, still a very powerful card. Snack Time, an absolute beast of a card. Colossus Thermal Blast hurts. Twisting Gazelle Inferno hurts more. 3 formats that's now banned in. God damn it. And then Momo Yairozu 1. Yeah, no, with the being able to free build in Massive Meat Machine, all these new assets that she never had access to before, that to me makes perfect sense. Stronger in Darkness getting banned. I think it's great to see this official support. I think these are some solid choices for the retro ban list. Colossus Thermal Blast getting hit as hard as it has been. I'd rather see Mina 1 take an errata than Thermal Blast take the hit, but I understand why. I mean, if anyone's seen the members game 3 of my Mina 1 versus Ino, it's so fast because Mina just gets to pop off, and I absolutely love it. Amphibious needs to be hit for Amphibious needs to get hit from there. No Ready Get Set Go, which is going to be huge. Ready Get Set Go is an absolute beast. It wasn't in the Spotlight ban list, so I hadn't been running it in anything, but Ready Get Set Go isn't on there. Ready Get Set Go is a great one for Foundation ramping. Capture Evildoers is on there, so we're not going to see any momentum shenanigans. But they didn't touch City Rampage or Summon Dark Shadow. So those Tokiyami City Rampage Dark Shadow Rune decks are going to be a threat. I'm very excited to see what comes out of this. Like I said, they don't know what players are going to come up with. People have been talking about it non-stop. I've heard of Coda list, I've heard of Jiro list, I've heard of All My Free list. I know there's some very strong lists floating around, but I think the Tokiyami and the Asuri decks that are going to come out of this with the new stuff we have are going to be insanely powerful. And I am just so hyped to see what comes from Hero 2 now, and that it is getting official support out of the gate. I'm very sad to see TIA go, and I'm very sad to see CBT go. CT, yeah. But let me know, is there anything else that they missed on the bans? Are you as sad as me that Twisting Gazelle Inferno is now banned in every single format? I'm glad I've got my XRs, but I wish I got to play them. For theories, news, and more, win, lose, or draw, keep up UK Versus, and let me know what you're playing in the comments below. Bye.